Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
Mayor John Tory, members of Parliament, Michael Levitt and Marco Mendicino, Ambassador Gatan and Mrs. Gatan, our major sponsors headed by Juan Ayala. Mga kababayan, magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. Good morning. First of all, I'd like to, on behalf of the Philippine Consulate General in Toronto, convey our felicitations to the Philippine Cultural Community Foundation, headed by Mr. Rolly Mangante, for successfully staging another Taste of Manila event this year. I also wish to acknowledge the hard work that you've done to make this possible. And we are just so proud and we're just so delighted that just for a day, the heart, the soul, the rhythm of the Philippines is right here in Toronto, in Bathurst and Wilson. And Manila is a city where the past and the present are juxtaposed against one another. We have modern skyscrapers and centuries-old structures. We have street food and fine dining. We have the classical and the contemporary. So it's really a nice place to be in. And I hope that for our kababayans who are here, that you will discover and or rediscover your roots. And for our Canadian friends who are here, I hope that it gives you time to savor the best that the Philippines has to offer. Take time to walk along the street and see the many booths that offer a wide array of services, of goods, of food. And I would not end without, of course, thanking our two members of Parliament and the City Council of Toronto, headed by the good mayor, for making Taste of Manila possible. Maraming salamat po from the bottom of our hearts. Enjoy the day. Maraming salamat po.
Mabuhay! Mabuhay! Mahinitan ma, Taste of Manila. It's hot at the Taste of Manila. I want to hear the people all the way at the back. Mabuhay! It is so good to be back here with so many friends, Mr. Ambassador, Madam Consul General, Mayor Tory, all of the PCCC who have worked so hard to put on this very successful third Taste of Manila. It's getting bigger, it's getting better. The sun always shines on Little Manila. Am I right about that? Yes! That's right. I'm going to turn it over to Michael Levitt very shortly, who's going to introduce Mayor Tory, who works very hard. He is my friend, he is your friend, he is the city's best friend. And later on this afternoon, we've got a special guest coming. Anybody know who that might be? Prime Minister Trudeau, Michael Levitt.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. It is, when I look out at this crowd this morning, in York Centre, in Little Manila, one word comes to mind: pride. Utter pride to see the Filipino community of my riding, of Marco's riding, of this city. That is what you are. We are proud to have you as part of our community. You bring so much to the culture and the fabric of our city and of our country. And I was just discussing with Mayor Tory as we were sitting here the importance of the Filipino community, the growing importance of the Filipino community to Toronto and to Canada. It was the largest immigration, the largest group of immigrants last year to this country was Filipino. And every one of those individuals that come, you bring such amazing values. Values of family, values of culture. You bring it all with you and you make us better when you come to Canada. So again, so proud to have you all here. Looking forward to celebrating with you for two days here. Of course, we're going to have the Prime Minister here at 2 p.m. this afternoon. But without further ado, I want to introduce our special guest for this morning, Mayor John Tory.
Thank you, Michael, and thank you, Marco. These are two people that I'm proud to be working with on your behalf, together with Prime Minister Trudeau. We are working together to get things done. I think that's what you expect us to do as politicians, and we're all working very well together. We're going to have some big news coming this week of support that the Government of Canada under Prime Minister Trudeau, and of which these two gentlemen are a part, are supporting all kinds of things in our city, transit and things like that. So I want you to give them a big round of applause for all the support they're giving to our great city. Your Excellency, Consul General, my friends, MPs, Marco and Michael, I am here today on behalf of James Pasternak, Councillor for this area. He'll be here tomorrow, but today he's engaging in religious observances and he won't be here for the day, but he will be here tomorrow. Magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. Salamat po sa pag-imbita ninyong sa akin. If you didn't understand what I said, because it's a good chance you wouldn't have, I just want you to know that I'm so delighted to be here again, and that I am so happy to be with you, and I thank you very much for the invitation and wish you a good morning. As Michael said, this is a very special event because people have fun. It's all part of what Toronto's about, where people come together and learn about each other, experience each other's cultures, celebrate each other's cultures and food and music and everything else. And that's what makes this city special, is that we do that. We don't just do it as groups that celebrate our own cultures and our own backgrounds and our own food and our own music. We celebrate each other's. And there'll be lots of people here today who are not lucky enough to be Filipino, but they will come to celebrate with you and to celebrate you and to celebrate this community that, as Michael said, makes such a big contribution to our city. And I want you to know one thing that he and I were talking about, because we were sitting here talking about the importance of this community. And I just want to remark on it because I've seen it again today and quite a few times already this year. And that is the wonderful job that you do as parents. It is an important thing. Family and faith, of course, are hugely important to the Filipino community and many other communities. But family, I can just tell you from the basketball tournaments I go to, from events like this, from all the different festivals that are happening, you do them as a family. And that is so important, and it is going to mean so much to the future of this country. And I thank you for that, and I want the young people to know as I go about seeing them, whether it's playing basketball, playing music, or doing a host of other things, you are the future of Canada, you are the future of Toronto, and we're thrilled about that because it's a great future with you in charge. The last thing I want to mention, that's worthy of a round of applause for the parents and for the kids. The last thing I want to mention is that together with our friends from Ottawa and together with James Pasternak, we're working on a date that will probably happen within the next 4 weeks to celebrate the renewal of the parquet right nearby here, which is now going to contain a reading garden, and it's going to contain various things, including in the Tagalog language, out of our affection and respect for Little Manila, for the Filipino community, and the Bathurst-Wilson parquet, as we said would be done 2 years ago. Councillor Pasternak and I, with the work and support of our provincial and federal friends, have been working on that park, and it's going to be ready for a ribbon cutting. So I hope we can give lots of notice of that, because that is a small gesture we can make to the vitality and to the importance of the Filipino community, and to the affection and respect we have for that community. And so I'm very much looking forward to that as soon as the work is done, and as soon as Councillor Pasternak and I and our friends from the federal and provincial parliaments can find a date. So thank you very much again. Mabuhay, have a wonderful day, and give the Prime Minister a very warm welcome this afternoon. He deserves it here in the city of Toronto. Thanks very much.
Thank you very much. Another
Thank you very
round of
much.
applause
Mayor
naman.
John Tory, ladies and gentlemen.